Hello, thanks for stopping by. What I want to go over today is the importance of trying to avoid tunnel vision and always remembering to take a look at the bigger picture whenever you're working on or modifying electronic circuits. This is a picture of the original front end for the signal tracer we've been working on. The AF is pretty well direct connection. The RF has a little circuit. So AF signals just come in, go through the top of the switch there, through like a jumper to the other side of the switch and out to C2 and on to the amplifier. You can't get much more simpler than that. The original RF circuit, when the double pole double throw switch was thrown the other way, takes a signal through C1, then D1 is connected to ground, so half of the signal is going to be going to ground, and only the other half of the signal is going to be passed on to the junction of R1 and R2, and then up through R2 and to the switch and out through the circuit. Now we found that this, because of that voltage divider there, it was taking too much of the signal, it was dropping it down. We wanted a stronger signal. So I looked around and I came up with this version. Just took out that voltage divider. And now the audio in this circuit comes through the same way. Just basically, through that shunt and, and over to C3. The RF now comes through the 1 nanofarad through D1, and the rectified, the negative rectified through the D1 is then passed right up to the switch. There's no more resistors or anything like that. And the 220 picofarad is just to take whatever RF is still on the circuit, to ground. They take and try to keep the RF out of the audio. And I took and put this together. It worked fine, and just the way I took and made the boards up. And I got double pole, double throw switches. With 6 wires on that. It was a little hard to get it assembled, but I mean, nobody said it was going to be easy. But it all assembled fine and it worked. I took and sent it to Doug or whatever, and Doug said, do we really need to have a double pole, double throw switch there? There's too many wires. So it got me to thinking, what would happen if we took and eliminated that, and made the circuit look like this. Now, if you think back in the original circuit with the resistors, if we took and tried to do this, then what would happen when you're in AF is part of your signal is going to be shunted through those 2 resistors down to ground. So that wouldn't work, and that's why the original circuit needed the double pole, double throw. But with the revised circuit, when it's in AF, the voltage can't go anywhere because that 220 picofarad capacitor looks like an extremely high resistance to audio frequencies. So it works fine there, and of course, when it's in RF, there's nothing connected to the AF terminal, so there's nothing there. So the SPDT works fine. But I never considered this because I wasn't looking at the bigger picture. I was working on the RF circuit. I fixed the RF circuit part of it, I didn't stop to think, is there anything else I can take and modify now that I took and modified that? Does that change anything else? And that's why well, that's one reason you have beta testers, that thank you, Doug, for, pointing that out or whatever. That'll, make it a lot simpler, assembling it a little bit cheaper. The switches will be a little cheaper. But just a reminder that if you make any modifications to the circuit, take a look, after you're done with that modification, look at the rest of the circuit and see whether that affects the rest of the circuit. That's about it for today. Like I said, just a short one. Thanks for stopping by, and have a nice day.
Network. We're secured with Barracuda. We have advanced firewalls for our sites, enhanced security for our cloud infrastructure, and total email protection.
Such a relief.
Protect your business at Barracuda.com. Barracuda, your journey secured.
Capital One knows life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Next stop, Graham Street. And Brian in the khaki shorts. Your G&L energy bill went up 60% this month. Seems like you want to know. Stand clear of the closing doors.
So, me...